Hello guys! So today we have something special. We are going to react to Mr. Kushball reacting to a video called Honkai Star Rail has gone too far. Apparently it's about Penacony and the next two banners, which is Black Swan and Sparkle. And I'm so hyped because in a few hours Sparkle, not Sparkle. Yeah, you can see how much how much I'm so excited about Sparkle. Then in the next few hours, Black Swan is going to come out, which is awesome, and 2.0 is going to come out. I already downloaded the the download resource pre-download. I cannot speak today, guys. Goes to show how much I'm how excited I am for Penacony. So if you haven't downloaded the resource yet, then go ahead, make sure you do it. Not like me on data. Do it on Wi-Fi, guys. Do it on Wi-Fi. It's gonna be a lot faster. Me, because I'm poor and I only have mobile data and I'm playing Star Rail on my phone and I'm creating content from my phone also. I don't have the I don't have the Wi-Fi, so I have to suffer for hours upon hours downloading. So enough stalling. Let's go, guys. And shout out to Kushball and the creator of Honkai Star Rail went too far, the original creator. Go ahead and subscribe to their channel, guys. Both of them are amazing content creators, especially Kushball. I love his videos. I love his reaction, so go ahead and go subscribe. You can search the Kushball in YouTube and find his channel and subscribe to him. I already subscribed to him, so go ahead. So let's do it.
You've got 5 seconds to subscribe.
Yep, boys. Go subscribe, boys.
Said so. Let's check this out from Gotcha Gamer. Star Rail is going too far.
Okay.
With the 2.0 characters.
Let's go, boys.
It's
2.0.
not as simple as it seems when looking at the latest 2.0 banners. And
Ooh,
this
Sparkle.
is the best time to investigate the whole situation.
My love.
So
My
there's
sweet,
this idea
sweet
that's
Sparkle.
been going around the community that the 2.0 banners are kind of simple to figure out. Sparkle is expected to be an insane meta unit,
Yes.
while Black Swan is just someone you could pull for if you're building a DOT team.
Agreed.
Hey, come on. Black Swan is not just someone you can pull for if you're building a DOT team. That's not fair. She's way more hype than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like that. That kind of felt like a throwaway comment. That kind of felt like a jab at...
Okay, I understand clearly where Kushball is coming from because so many players are so excited about Black Swan. But, bro, let's be real. Let's keep it 100%, bro. Like, if you're not building a DOT team, then what's the point of pulling Black Swan? Like, if you're like me, who's not interested in Black Swan, in DOT, then Black Swan is pretty much useless to me. Like, yeah, there's some pinch of truth in that, in that claim, I mean, I agree that Black Swan is hype. Absolutely. Even I, sometimes someone who's not enjoying DOT, who's not building DOT for now, it's quite hype. It's quite excited. I'm very excited for Black Swan. I'm very excited to see DOT players like do a bunch of damage. I'm just not into DOT. That doesn't mean that Black Swan is not hype. It's just Black Swan is just easy skip. Yeah, it's a blasphemy to say, but yeah, guys, it's the truth. Truth hurts. So Black Swan is she's a similar case like Argenti and Topaz. Easy skip. I'm not interested. I am not interested because I'm not a waifu over meta kind of guy. I'm a meta first, because the painful thing, guys, the reality that you need to accept is that your waifu it's going to be really painful when you realize, your waifu is not hitting as much damage as the other DPS, because you're not building them correctly, you're not putting them in the right team, It's the same thing that happened with Kafka previously, when Kafka released, DOT doesn't have, DOT 5-star character. And even now, as the time of recording of this video, DOT team does not have a 5-star DPS, guys. And in a few hours, sure, a Black Swan is gonna come out and DOT is gonna pop off. You know, a new meta, DOT meta. You know, is going to blow Star Rail meta apart. You know, it's going to break the game basically. But until now, people are still not very satisfied with Kafka, because even Kafka mains, like I have a few of my friends, the Kafka mains. They are not satisfied with Kafka's performance, because and it's a painful reality that you need to accept. And now if you don't have Kafka and you're not building Black Swan, you're not building the OT team, then your waifu over meta is going to be painful, because you realize that your waifu Black Swan, it's not performing as well as Jingliu, Danhang Imbibitor Lune, so even Zilla and Qingcue, my queen Qingcue. So to me, like, there's some level of truth to that, so let's move on.
Black Swan is hype as hell.
Yeah, true.
That people might have missed, and
But
this could
still.
change your perspective on the whole situation. So, first of all, let's talk about Sparkle. Why
Okay.
is everyone so hyped about her?
Of
Well,
course.
to put it simply, she's a
cute.
quantum harmony unit, and her biggest selling point is
Yeah.
that she can increase.
I've heard people calling Sparkle a skill point positive Branya.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
I
the
think
truth.
there's a lot more to it, but
Yep.
Sparkle's looking like a pretty solid harmony unit.
Really
If
solid.
you're getting compared to Branya in the first place,
True.
let alone
True.
basically saying a better version of Branya.
Definitely.
So Sparkle must be pretty hype.
Really high.
And restore skill points.
Extremely
we can
high.
see from the live stream that she increases the maximum cap of skill points to 7, and when
Yeah.
she uses her ultimate, she
Awesome.
7 skill points is pretty wild, but I'm
True.
thinking about it and I'm like, I don't know if any of my teams
Uh-huh.
actually need that right now. Like, definitely for like DHIL teams,
Okay. there's a it's not even a misconception, but there's a overlooked part of this. Sure, you might think that, oh, my team is already skill point positive. I have Locha, I have Pela, I have Ruanme. My team is skill point positive, guys. I don't need Sparkle, guys. The only Qingcue mains and DHIL mains need Locha and need Sparkle, guys. But allow me to cook. Let me cook, guys. Let me cook. Okay. So imagine right now your Fuxuan and your Ruanmei can only use their skill maybe once every 3 turns now. So you can predict how much energy they're gonna get. You can predict like Fuxuan. If you can only skill once every 3 turns, then your party gets CC'd once and you blocked it, and then for the rest of the until you use her skill again, you're basically vulnerable to CC, So with Sparkle, even though your DPS is not using 3 skill points, 4 skill points like Qingcue, like Danny Boy, like Zilla, for example, you can still benefit, guys, because your Fuxuan now can skill every turn. Your Ruanmei now can skill every turn. And your DPS right now you can skill every turn, So what's the benefit of being able to use skill every turn, guys? So if Fuxuan, let's take Fuxuan, right? Now you can basically refresh your CC block, CC immunity every turn, Oh, the enemy CC you once. Oh no, Kafka is going to move next, and your Fuxuan is going to move now. So all right. If you run normal teams and your DPS is going to need the skill points, and you cannot use skill on Fuxuan. You cannot. You cannot, guys. What, you want your DPS to use basic attack? But with Sparkle, because Sparkle gives you 4 skill points, by the way, equivalent to all of your characters using basic attack, by the way, you can now skill with Fuxuan and block that domination from Kafka. I know you want to be, all of us want to be dominated by Kafka, but it's painful, guys. When Kafka dominates your DPS, it's time to reset. But now your Fuxuan can use skill every turn, and you can block that CC. And Jing Yuan, characters like Jing Yuan or Blade, who doesn't like to be CC'd, will appreciate that. Will appreciate that. So imagine you're Ruanmei, you know? You're not running Memories of the Past. You're running her signature light cone with energy recharge and Penacony. You need to get hit in order to guarantee yourself a 3-turn ultimate. But with Sparkle on the team, your Ruanmei can use basic skill, or even skill, guys. Which means you can guarantee yourself a 3-turn ultimate without being hit. Now tell me if that's not good. Tell me if that's not good, guys. Every single account can benefit from this. You might think like you don't need this, but you will realize when Sparkle drops, when you see everybody like me using Sparkle in normal team and, you know, just use skill points every turn, you know, just Fushwan skill every turn, just Ruanmei skill every turn, you know, you will see how important that is, you know. And when that time comes, everybody's gonna summon for Sparkle. It happens, guys. It happens with Hua too. You know, people say, I don't need Hua, I already have Locha. And they ended up pulling for Hua, you know. Yeah, it's gonna happen again. And not to mention, if you're dual DPS, guys. Let's say we have like the best DOT team in the game so far, right? Not even DOT. Let's say Himeko Herta, you know, dual DPS Himeko Herta, Ruanmei, and Hua, for example. You cannot skill every turn with Himeko and Herta, both. You cannot, because Hua is gonna need to use her skill to maintain her, you know, her healing, and Ruanmei is gonna need to use her skill every 3 turns. When you have a longer fights, you know, one of your DPS, either Himeko or Herta, is going to need to use their basic attack, and that's horrible. That's not good. But with Sparkle, if you replace Ruanmei with Sparkle, guys, your Herta and your Himeko can basically spam their skills. No worries. And your Hua can use her skill too. You know, every 3 turn, no problem. Yeah. So tell me if that's not good. Tell me if that's not good, guys. Because it's really good. Like, you know, you don't have to compromise anymore. You can just spam skills. You can just spam skills and get more energy, get more damage, you know. So yeah. People overlook this, and they will realize, you know, when Sparkle drops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that.
2A teams, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna need it.
Specifically,
yeah, you'll see. You're going to be sure.
Sparkle for me, it really depends on how Black Swan goes.
Okay,
like,
understandable.
If I still have ammo in the tank after Black Swan and Black Swan's light cone, then hell yeah, I'm gonna go get a Sparkle.
Now, Kushball can say this because he's already have a Kafka, and he's building the OT teams. If you don't have a Kafka, go get yourself a Kafka. And if you're not interested in the OT teams, then skip Black Swan. Skip Black Swan, guys. Don't waste your pulls.
But you know, if I'm licking my wounds, checking my credit card bill, and wondering what have I done, maybe I have to skip Sparkle then. But you know, I don't want to. But if that,
yeah, you don't want to. Agreed. You don't want to. Like skipping Sparkle, I couldn't fathom skipping Sparkle. I couldn't fathom, to be honest with you. It's not because I'm a Qingcui main or I'm a DHIL main, you know. Although I do have both of those characters and I use them a lot in my team, but even if I don't have them, I would still be pulling Sparkle.
It's not enough. Sparkle borrows a broken ability from Bronya,
True.
where she will advance forward teammates' turn and even buff them with crit damage. We can clearly see the crit damage icon appear when she uses.
Now, when it comes to crit damage buff, now why am I saying that Sparkle is far better than Bronya? It's because with Sparkle, her crit damage buff is tied to her skill, not her ultimate. Bronya, you can get that buff every time she ults, and she ults, the fastest you can get her ult is like in 3 turns, you know. So every 3 turns you're gonna have that ult, and you cannot maintain it permanently, you know. But Sparkle, when you use her skill, your DPS maintain that crit damage buff. So it's a permanent crit damage buff. And based on dreams, the crit damage buff is going to be huge. It's close to 100%. It depends on your build. The more crit damage you stack on Sparkle, like, you know, 200%, 240%, it's going to be really, really close to 100%. And tell me, guys, permanent crit damage buff, almost 100% crit damage buff. Tell me if it's not good. Permanent every time you use your skill, you know, and it also lasts to your until your target's next turn. So people who do like Jing Yuan, who do or Dr. Ratio, who do damage outside of their turn, can also benefit from this. It's different from Bronya. You cannot Jing Yuan cannot benefit from Bronya because Bronya only until, you know, she cannot, her crit damage buff cannot last until until she cannot buff the Lightning Lord, but Sparkle can buff Lightning Lord, so she's better than Bronya, definitely. You know, permanent attack buff, permanent damage buff, permanent crit damage buff. So yeah, when it comes to action advance, people would argue that it's not, yeah, Bronya have 100% crit damage action advance, but Sparkle doesn't have. Sparkle just 50%, dude, 50%. But if you build Sparkle with enough speed, 160, it doesn't really matter. You know, you can just put attack boots on your DPS and Sparkle will drag them along, no problem. Two turns, you know, you can get 2 turns within the first cycle, no problem. Just use attack boots on your DPS and Sparkle can drag them along, no problem. And a good thing about Sparkle is that when you run fast Bronya, you're gonna alternate between basic skill, even when you have E1 Bronya. People overhype E1 S1 Bronya because you're gonna refund your ult, your skill point when you ult every 2 ults, and then you have. But remember, you're gonna have to win 50-50, guys. With her skill, you're gonna have to win 50-50. If you lose 50-50, you know, like I do always on my polls, you know, then you're not gonna be refunding your skill point. You're basically just gonna use skill point with Bronya. You cannot maintain Bronya's skill point usage throughout the long battle. You simply cannot. But with Sparkle you can, because Sparkle can also regenerate skill points. So yeah, again, it's not even a disadvantage for Sparkle with 50% action advance, assuming you're going to build a fast Sparkle with a 160 speed, because she's gonna drag your DPS along. So it's not even a disadvantage for Sparkle.
Her skill on Fushwan, so yeah.
And there you go.
Crit damage.
Case in point.
Sure.
Why people would be calling her a skill point positive Bronya.
Yes, definitely.
Because I guess they do have something in the kit that functions very similarly.
But better,
but
Sparkle
then
better.
Sparkle also
Permanent crit
7
damage.
skill points.
Yeah.
Skill point generating machine that can also manipulate turn order and provide crit damage buff?
Yes.
Pretty insane. Now, you might be thinking, does this mean Bronya is getting power creep? Not really.
So basically, she's the hunt and propagation buff. That's one
True.
way to look at it.
True.
And speaking
Yeah. So true. That's true. That's true. Propagation and hunt. It's the perfect way to describe Sparkle. Also, does she power creep Bronya? It depends on what your definition of power creep means, guys. To me, power creep means when a character push another character down. For example, Jingliu push when Imbibe Lune comes out, the Danny Boy, when Danny Boy drops, he push every other DPS, including Zilla, by the way, down 1 tier. That means Danny Boy power creeps Zilla and every other DPS. Now Jingliu comes out and Imbibe Lune, if you check at Pride Wins tier list, Imbibe Lune goes down 1 tier. So in my dictionary, Jingliu power creeps Imbibe Lune. Now Ruanmei, with the inclusion of Ruanmei, you see on Pride Win that Tingyun goes down. So Ruanmei power creeps Tingyun. True. Even though they're not doing the same thing, you know, but because of Ruanmei's introduction, Tingyun goes down. That means Ruanmei power creeps Tingyun. Yeah, so that's my definition. So I don't believe Sparkle will power creep Bronya, because I don't believe Sparkle will push Bronya down. But in terms of if you have Sparkle or Bronya, you know, if you have Sparkle or Bronya and you're going to use between which one is better to use in a crit DPS, you know, in a hyper carry, then Sparkle is going to be better than Bronya. Sparkle is going to be better than Bronya because of the points that I said earlier. The permanent, quote unquote, you know, permanent crit damage buff, attack buff, damage buff, you know, and she can basically spam skill points. She can generate skill points. So yeah, so she's better than Bronya, but she's not going to power creep Bronya. Yeah, because she's not going to push Bronya down into an S tier. You know, because now Bronya is S plus tier with alongside with Ruanmei, and with the introduction of Sparkle, I don't believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong in the future, but I don't believe that Sparkle will push Bronya down, because Bronya also still gives a lot of value. As an E1 S1 Bronya haver like myself, I appreciate Bronya a lot. Yeah, so yeah, I don't believe Sparkle will power creep Bronya.
About buffs, just in case Hoya was listening, I still want a dot healer that basically allows my dot team to heal on the dot damage they do, just like that one Simu buff. That's so freaking broken.
Yeah, Actually, Mr. Kushball, and to all of you that wonders the same question, I believe so. I believe it's possible, because we already have Gallagher that's gonna come in 2.1, and Gallagher, you know, based on the light cone, the free light cone, Gallagher is going to skill off break effect, and Gallagher is going to be the specific healer for break effect, specialized for break effect team. So if you're building break effect, then Gallagher is a must pull, because you're going to partner Gallagher with Ruanmei, and then your break Luca, and then your, you know, some other DPS. You're going to need maybe Shui, you know. So with the introduction of Ruanmei, Ruanmei is actually a specialist harmony character for a break effect team. If a break team, you know. But because Ruanmei is so versatile in her kit, she happens to be good for DOT also. So it's not surprising to see if Hoyoverse release a healer specifically for dots, like Kushball says, you know. And also, it's not surprising to me if they release a harmony character specifically for dot team. The harmony character might not be a 5-star, because they need to make sure the 5-star is universal enough for everyone to pull, you know. But they might be a 4-star specific harmony character for DOTs, like increasing the DOT damage by 50% of something like that, you know. So I believe that it's not entirely impossible. I believe that there's a highly likelihood that they're gonna do that. Especially with the introduction of Gallagher. Yeah.
Give me a dot
something to look forward, guys.
That lets me heal off of my dots.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Same as Bronius. So we have to assume it's not the same as Bronius, simply granting an ally extra action to take. The other big thing that Bronya has is that her skill can dispel a debuff, which is super crucial in many scenarios.
Yes.
Especially when there are debuffs that prevent your main damage dealer from taking a turn.
True. The debuff removal on
Let's see what
Bronya
Kushball
is
says
a
about this.
big part of it. Because there are times when, like, your DPS is locked down.
True.
And yeah, you could wait till it comes around to your support's turn again.
No way.
And you can probably pick them up with a cleanse or something.
Yes.
But that's like a waste of a turn.
Yes, true.
Bronya sends you to the front, takes away your debuff.
True.
Buffs you up.
True.
And you get to go right away. So that...
And also, one of the things that people say, like, Bronya is not, Sparkle is not better than Bronya because Bronya can cleanse. I do agree that cleanse is very important, but you mustn't forget. If your partner, it's the same thing. It relates to the earlier points that I brought up, that because of Sparkle is on the team, your sustain can afford to use their skills more. So for example, if Fushwan, right? If Fushwan is going up against two enemies that can CC, let's say the Aromaton and Kafka, for example, right? Now, if Fushwan uses her skill and then the Aromaton moves, and then the next turn, Fushwan moves again and then Kafka moves, right? Now, because of Sparkle, you can use Fushwan's skill twice and just deflect the domination and also the imprisonment from the enemies. Like you can refresh your CC immunity with Fushwan with Sparkle on the team. So in theory, you don't need cleanse. If you use Hua, for example, and you go up against Kafka and the Aromaton, and you because of Sparkle's skill point regeneration, Sparkle gives you skill point. You can use Hua skill earlier than when Kafka dominates you immediately refuse that. And let's say the Aromaton imprison you can use Hua skill. You can afford to use Hua skill because you now have like 6 skill point, 5 skill point. So you can afford to use Hua. I cannot speak. Hua's skill in order to cleanse. So yeah, in theory, you don't even need cleanser. Like you don't need Bronya's skill, like the ability to cleanse, with Sparkle, because now your sustain can use their skill more. Yeah. If you have Locha, then Locha can heal, can use his skill. So yeah. To me, like that is something that we need to bring into consideration also. Yeah. It's not a disadvantage for Sparkle because she allows your sustain to use their skills more and block the CC, and also just cleanse it with your healers. Yeah.
It seems like a small part of it, but it is so valuable.
It's valuable,
to
yes.
For Bronya.
To me, Sparkle is
True.
an addition to Bronya, not a replacement. In fact, I think they might work.
Whoa! Wait, you hear that, chat? It's like, why not both?
True.
Wait, I understand it. I understand it,
Yeah.
and I'll explain why. I was thinking about this with Bronya and Ruan Mei, but then I was like, skill points.
Yeah.
But who helps with skill points? You
Sparkle.
run Bronya and Sparkle in the same team. Wait, and then you can advance your DPS with both of them? Okay.
True.
Well, I think we might get it explained to us here, but yeah,
Yeah. I also think of the same thing, but I think I saw some calculations that Sparkle and Bronya can work well together in short fights, because in longer fights like 5 turns, for example, 5 cycles, for example, you will run into skill point issues. But I'm thinking of another thing, guys. What if I have like Bronya E1S1, so even if, like, sometimes you can win our 50-50, and also we can recover skill point from Bronya's light cone, so I think it might work. And because of Bronya and Sparkle being so good together, and let's say you use Blade, right? You use Blade and then you pair him with Sparkle and Bronya. So because Sparkle and Bronya is crazy good, a lot of attack buff, a lot of damage buff, a lot of crit damage buff, your Blade is going to be doing is going to do so much damage that you're not gonna take until 5 cycles, assuming you build your characters correctly. So in theory, I believe they can work with a skill point, either skill point neutral, not DPS that consume skill point every turn, like Blade and Jingliu. I think the only 2 characters that can work well with Bronya and Sparkle together are Jingliu and Blade, 2 DPS. The other DPS like Danhang IL, definitely not. Qingxue, definitely not. Other DPS that needs to use their skill points every turn, I don't think it will work in longer fights. Even in short fights like 3 cycles, I don't think it will work. Yeah. I think I saw the calculation, like, yeah, it's not gonna work. So if you have Blade, if you have Jingliu, then you could use Sparkle and Bronya together. But in my opinion, just use them separately, Sparkle on one team, Bronya on the other team, and you will see better results, I think. Yeah.
It makes sense, kind of.
Work well together, depending on
Makes
how you
sense.
build their speed and how much Sparkle's
practical,
skill can actually
I don't know.
transfer with allies'
I don't know.
action. Because there could be some cases where you might make your hyper carry take 2 turns in a row, thanks to Sparkle's and then Bronya's skill.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing if you think about it.
Sparkle,
Now,
Bronya,
another
Sparkle,
huge thing
Bronya.
about
It's
her
crazy.
Is that we might finally get to see Mono Quantum's true potential.
Yes.
As of now, going double sustained Mono Quantum with Lynx and Fushuan is a bit too much.
Yes.
The only missing piece.
Yeah, it's
sucks.
underwhelming.
It sucks.
Like, Mono Quantum, up until this point, like, it was exciting. I feel like everybody was hyped for Mono Quantum.
True,
right?
that's me.
Like, everybody was hyped for Mono
Yeah.
Quantum. When Lynx was coming out, when
Yeah, true.
Bushwen was coming out, people were like,
That's
Mono
literally me,
Quantum.
guys. That's
And
literally
then,
me.
like, we got it, and then I don't know, it's been kind of quiet. I would love
Yeah.
for Mono Quantum to actually be exciting.
True.
So,
I think Mono Quantum will be competitive, but will not be the best because of Silverwolf. Now, Silverwolf make Mono Quantums viable, like playable, because she can implant weakness. The problem with Silverwolf is that she's single target, and we don't have any fights, any content where we only fight one boss. We fight 2 elites and then 1 boss and 1 elite. So yeah, Silverwolf will need time to implant those weaknesses. Silverwolf can, with the addition of Sparkle, Silverwolf can use her skill more and implant those weaknesses, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna take at least 2 turns for you to implant weaknesses on both elites, and you have to refresh those weaknesses on them every 3 turns, I think, you know. So yeah, the reason Mono Quantum is not gonna be it's gonna be competitive, it's gonna be really good, but it's not gonna be the best, is because of Silverwolf. You know, Silverwolf, it's ironic to say, because Silverwolf is the character, the enabler of Quantum, but she's also the biggest weakness because she's single target. If they want to power creep Silverwolf, then it's easy, just make an AoE Silverwolf.
If Sparkle can make that happen,
yeah,
frick, dude, there's too many good characters, chat. When am I supposed to save? When am I supposed to skip? Like, I'm not a whale, but when am I supposed to stop swiping?
Then just wailing, Kush.
Yeah, overall,
just wailing.
An interesting character.
The wallet is the answer. The wallet is always the answer, guys.
I do want to say, I think Sparkle's design is really, really cool.
Yes.
And really, really unique.
Yes.
Sugar.
So good.
Spice.
True.
And everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl.
Yeah.
Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the
Sparkle is not a little girl. Come on. Come on. No, she's not a little girl.
The
Stop.
Powerpuff Girls were born.
Stop.
You know?
Stop.
She's got like such a cool vibe to her. I do like her design. I don't know if it's like 100%.
Sparkle is not a little girl, guys. Come on. Come on. Adult woman with small physique is not children. Please. Here in Asia, in Malaysia, you know, we see a lot of adult women with small physiques. Like my mother is 157 centimeters. My cousins, a lot of them, one below 160. So when European woman comes to Malaysia, they are like they stick out like a sore thumb because they're too tall. They are too tall, like 175, 180 is like weird. So yeah, so adult woman with small physique, that's the kind of woman that I like. That's why I hype for Sparkle more than Black Swan. So yeah, it's not lolly, guys. It's not lolly. It is not lolly. Are you calling my mother lolly? Come on, guys. Come on, respect. Where's the respect, guys, for adult woman with small physique?
Like designed
It's not lolly.
for me with all of my, likes in mind.
Yeah.
But it is a really, really cool model.
Yeah, cool.
I love the mask.
She's pretty,
and
she's
I've
cute.
seen some of the animations now.
She's
Since we
mischievous.
got the 2.0 live stream.
What's not to
really
like
cool.
about Sparkle?
Whatever she's got going on. I don't know if I fully understand it, but I can acknowledge, like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're cool.
Yeah.
So after
Cool,
all
cute.
this talk about Sparkle,
Sweet,
you might
sweet
be
Sparkle.
wondering, what about Black Swan? She's also a new 2.0 unit that's coming out.
Yeah.
Well, her case...
Oh, what about Black Swan, Chad? We are so damn excited.
True.
Talking about incredible models.
Don't get me wrong, guys. Black Swan is hot. Black Swan is pretty. Black Swan is beautiful, gorgeous, whatever you want to call her, then call her. But she's not my type. She's not my type.
This one I feel like maybe was perfectly designed for me. Well, it's missing one little thing, but I'll let it go. But the purple,
what's the thing?
Like the purple outfit,
Clarify.
with the black leggings,
Clarify, Kush.
like,
What's the
is
thing?
So freaking cool. And I
What's
love
the
how
thing?
the hair, it like blends between white and purple and silver. It's like very ethereal. I'm a sucker for like the galaxy colors in general.
Okay.
When you
Understandable.
blend the purples and the blues and the green,
Understandable.
you get that,
Everybody
like,
can
spacey
relate to that.
Galaxy vibe,
Except
like,
me.
oh, that's just my absolute
Yeah.
favorite.
It's a
Yeah.
bit different here. You
She's
see,
cool.
she's basically a
She's
premium
hot.
DOT 5-star unit, and she's really just a niche pool if you're interested in further empowering your damage over time comps.
Yes.
However,
I've never seen a real Kafka main that talks about Constance and Black Swan so much. Well, see, the thing that maybe you don't understand, Nick, but me and Kafka, like, we are
That's true.
the...
That's true. They're calling you out, Coach. Oh God, Kafka man. What happens to Kafka, guys? What happens to Kafka? Oh man. Oh yeah. Like for me, like, Kafka's cool, but I'm not pulling for Kafka. Black Swan's cool. I'm not pulling for Black Swan. For me, it's not hot, guys. My taste is not high. My taste is like cute. Yeah, I like cute adult women with small physique. Yeah, Qing Shui, Fu Xuan. Yeah,
team leaders. Like, she
Silverwolf.
knows.
Oh god. It's too funny, guys. It's too funny.
It does look like that she brings quite an interesting mechanic into the
You guys
fight,
are cheating
and
on
it's the
Kafka, guys.
Arcana
Come
debuff
on.
stack. From what I understand, since Kafka can detonate it with her talents, and we can see from the footage it deals wind damage, it's most likely going to be treated as wind shear DOT, while at the same time possesses unique properties that define her Arcana debuff. But what really surprised me though was how many Arcana stacks you can build on enemies. We can see from the footage that there are 16 stacks, and there doesn't...
Dude, Black Swan's animations look so sick.
Seem to be the end of it.
Yes, I don't deny that.
Many ways she can apply Arcana.
She's probably the coolest.
Bounce around or basically
the coolest so far.
DOT for a set amount of time
I give her that.
The fight starts, and then we can also see her basic attack, and even the skill can apply it as well. What's even crazier, we can see that her skill applies defense reduction. So this immediately makes me think of the free-to-play light.
You don't know,
Bro,
Coach?
just dropping it on them without a care in the world.
Before the tutorial mission starts, and how good it's going to be for
I don't have this light code. No.
And extra hit rate in
Rerun, please.
Don't mind if I do.
Bro, everybody needs this light cone. This light cone is so good.
Where's the rerun?
Imagine not
But where's the rerun?
Because you like started the game late or something.
No.
Because there's been no way to get it, right?
Yes.
Like if you didn't get it
sucks.
back then, you just don't have it.
Yes.
Still, it does seem like she's not going to be a unit that has
It sucks. My Shivum needs it.
Those who pull for her will need to figure out the ideal way how to build up those Arcana stacks fast. Obviously, having Kafka will be a huge plus, since we saw she can detonate those stacks, but if you don't have her...
Kafka is not just a huge plus, Kafka is a must. If you don't have Kafka and you have Black Swan, like, it's underwhelming. I'm warning you. So if you want to pull Black Swan, it's already too late. At the time of the recording, Kafka rerun has gone. So yeah, if you don't pull for Kafka and you pull for Black Swan, prepare yourself for an underwhelming performance from your Black Swan, from your beloved waifu. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Brace yourself, guys.
But dude, the ultimate animation is so cool.
Yes.
I think it's one of the best in the game. It's
the best.
Like the
definitely.
colors,
It's
visually,
the best.
Oh my gosh, I watched it in 0.5 speed and 0.25 speed, and it looked just as good each time.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to mobile players because this
Oh
is
no,
not
ads.
good. Red Finger Cloud
Stop.
Gaming is experienced across all platforms.
And it looked just as good each time.
Okay. Yeah, it's really
much
good.
less
It's really good.
reliable and less powerful, if I'm being honest here. Truth is, from the looks of it, the best team to utilize Black Swan is most likely going to be a core that contains Ron May and Kafka.
True.
Wait, this is the team I was planning. I'm so happy to hear. This is gonna be the best team, because I wanted to do 3 mommies and...
Bro, DOT is going to be super expensive because you're gonna need like Hua, limited 5-star, Ruanmei, limited 5-star, Black Swan, limited 5-star, Kafka, limited 5-star. Yeah, good luck to you guys. Good luck to
the
you.
little one. So Kafka, Black Swan, Ruan Mei, and Hua.
Yeah.
Bro, that team is gonna be
It's gonna be broken.
Damn good.
Yes.
I'm excited to hear this.
It slaps.
This confirms what I've been cooking in my brain.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
good.
2 limited
Good for you,
5-star
man.
units is a lot, but going with someone like Gunaifin or Sampo could be a decent approach as well. But the point is,
Gwenaifan and Sampo. It's viable, but like Mr. Pokey always says, viable does not mean optimal. So, yeah.
she will most likely require some premium units to achieve full potential.
Yes,
However,
it's so
I'm
expensive.
most likely going to release a video guide that talks about all of this. Now, when it comes to the 2.0 banners, it's really an interesting situation, to say the least. First of all, we have Imbibitor Lune and Black Swan, as well as Misha, Tingyun, and...
Bro, this banner is so good.
Hoyoverse is so cunning. They do it twice, guys. They do it with Kafka and Black Swan. Now, I mean, they do it so many times already. Like, imagine if you want to build a DOT team, like really good DOT team, like the best DOT team, you're gonna need Hua, Ruanmei, Kafka, and Black Swan. And Hua, after that Argenti, you know, who cares about Argenti? And then right after that, Ruanmei, Kafka, and Black Swan back to back. So you're gonna need to summon like on 4 banners. So it's so crazy. And then they release Imbibitor Lune right after that Sparkle. They're definitely gonna milk you dry. Yeah, they're gonna make us dry. So yeah, really, really smart and really, really annoying.
I mean, I already have E6 Ting Yun.
Same.
But the fact that Gwenifin is on here.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean,
Viable.
actually, now that I'm thinking of it,
Yeah.
like Black Swan takes away my need for Gwenifin, like
True.
at all.
True.
But I have been kind of cooking in my brainosphere.
Okay.
I have been kind of cooking, like, what if I ran 2 dot teams? Because I just love the Nihility path so much. It's so much fun.
Gwenifin.
2 dot teams, huh? Then you're gonna need 2 Kafka, bro. Because dot team without Kafka is like, nah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. Yeah. So you're gonna need 2 Kafka, basically. If you don't have 2 Kafka, then there ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah.
The first phase. And if that's not enough, the light cone banner contains 2 amazing 4-star light cones. Dance, 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 and
Oh,
Pearls of
I need
Sweat.
that.
But when looking at phase 2 banners, it's a bit of a different situation. Here, Sparkle along with Jingyuan are featured together with Sampo, QQ, and Hani.
Sampo?
Bro, like Jingyuan, people. I think I know the reason that they partner Sparkle with Jingyuan because Sparkle can buff Jingyuan. Sparkle is the Bronya that Jingyuan needs, because Jingyuan cannot, like I said earlier, like I yapped earlier, that Jingyuan cannot benefit from Bronya because Bronya's crit damage buff cannot buff Lightning Lord, but Sparkle's skill can. Sparkle's skill can buff Lightning Lord. So the fact that, like I said earlier, Hoyoverse is pulling all of this annoying scheduling, just to get our Stellar Jades. Yeah, the reason is that. The reason is because Sparkle can buff Jingyuan. With Sparkle, Jingyuan can finally be like really good team. Really good DPS. It's not to say that he's not good DPS, but he can jump up 1 tier, I think. Yeah, with Sparkle.
QQ Hanya. Here, I got E6 Sampo. I got E6
I have E4.
Chinchue just recently, though.
E6 Chinchue. Yeah, I already have E6 Chinchue. I could use some copies of Hanya, even though I probably not gonna use her. With Sparkle, I might not use Hanya because I probably gonna use either Sparkle with Ruanmei or Sparkle with Tingyun. Or Sparkle with Pela. So it's cool to get Hanya's copy, I'm not sure if I have E6 Sampo or not. I have to check. But I'm not building Sampo anyways. So yeah. The only thing I want from this banner is Sparkle. So I don't really care about the 4 stars.
Anya, I only got like E1 or E2.
I have E0, bro.
I haven't really used her much.
Yes,
But
same.
I mean, I would
But I
love to
built her,
E6
though.
Anya just because she is such a top tier waifu.
True.
She's almost perfect,
Almost.
but they're not horns. They are hair accessories.
The thing about Hanya as a character, not as a unit, but as a character, I don't like her character because I don't really like characters with no emotions. I don't really like that. I like characters that are mischievous, like Sampo, for example. I like that. I'm straight, by the way. I like Sparkle because she's mischievous. I like Chinchue, because she's mischievous also. I like Fushuan because she's a tsundere. So I like characters with personality. I don't like it when characters don't have any personality and just deadpan. So yeah, that's my problem with Hanya.
Yeah. While the light cone banners
Her
look
body,
fine,
awesome.
That's
Her-
as much
her-
as
her
I'm willing
personality,
to say.
no.
I mean, look, the
I don't
light
like
cones
it.
here wane compared to Sparkle's featured banner. If you don't have Eidolons unlocked for QQ, pulling Sparkle and hopefully getting QQ with Eidolons is huge.
Yes.
Since they're both going to work really well,
Yes.
considering how much of a good unit QQ really is.
True.
Especially when you start getting those Eidolons.
QQ supremacy. QQ supremacy, guys. QQ is better than Zilla. Yes.
You know what I did hear, which is a big positive, chat? I heard, and I haven't confirmed this myself, but Sinetto was telling us in chat
Okay.
that we're gonna get something crazy, like 150 polls throughout the course
What?
of 2.0.
What?
Including
Oh,
Battle
yes.
Pass and...
Yes, the calculation,
okay,
like
so
the events and
150
stuff.
if you
Yeah.
buy the stuff.
Yeah.
Which I guess that sounds about right.
I think I
'cause
saw
don't
that.
you usually get like 120 if you buy the stuff
Yes.
in a regular patch?
Yes.
Doesn't impact your actual life. And yes, Sparkle is probably going to be the biggest highlight of a 2.0 update when it comes to the featured banners.
True.
But at the same time, we have seen so many new cool characters in the pipeline, like the
Akron,
Ryan Shogun lookalike
Sam.
that's been all over the social media. Point is, focus on just playing the game at your own pace and
Sam.
We
True.
did see some pretty
He literally
cool
said the
video
thing that
of
I said.
Sam
So yeah.
looking like
Sam,
Sam,
bro.
kicks ass.
Yeah.
discover
True.
some cool stuff at Penacony.
Please,
and
fire
I forgot
destruction,
about
Sam.
Misha.
Please.
Yeah, he seems like a fun
I need more
unit,
destruction.
And based on the info I've gathered from the livestream footage, he will be able to unleash a stronger ultimate the more skill points your team uses.
Not
So
interested.
it might work great with Sparkle as well. Although
Not interested, guys. Who among us are interested in Misha? I know who, you know who, people who don't have Jingliu. So yeah.
he is featured in Phase 1 and has barely any synergy with either of the featured 5 stars. So don't pull for him if you don't want to get spooked by the Swan or Danny. This is the
I mean, if you're going to pull for Sparkle, then don't touch Black Swan's banner, guys. Don't touch the first half of the 2.1 banner. Don't touch it. Building PT is not good, guys, because there's a chance you're gonna get the 5 star. And if you win 50-50, then you're basically like, if you do 40 pulls and I'm just building PT, and now you just sacrifice that 40 pulls. Especially if you're like me, if you're not interested in building DOT teams, if you pull for Danhang in Lune, let's say you get Black Swan. I mean, if you pull on Black Swan's banner and I wanna get Misha, just one copy of Misha is gonna cool. It's gonna be cool, but suddenly, on the 40th pull, the final pull, you get a 5 star and you win the 50-50, and now you're 40 pulls down. 40 pulls down. And you just pull one character that you're not gonna use for a long time. So it's a waste. So don't touch it. Don't touch it. If you're going after Sparkle, then just go for Sparkle. Yeah.
classic trap of
And Misha is not going to be meta
4-star
anyway,
and then
so
accidentally getting
no point.
5-star.
People keep saying, what if Misha power creeps Jing Liu?
Ain't no way.
And hey,
Ain't no way.
let me look ya directly in the eyes. If Misha power creeps Jing Liu, I will quit streaming, quit YouTube, and I will quit Star Rail.
Bro, let's make it happen, guys. Anyone from Hoyoverse? Let's make it happen. Yeah, I think it's a safe claim. Yeah, I think it's a safe claim. It's not even like 50-50 or like the likelihood of that happening. Like Misha power creeps Jingliu is like 0. It's lower than getting a 5 star in Star Rail. It's lower than 0.6. It's probably 0.00001%. So yeah, it's a really safe bet.
But guess what? That won't happen.
True.
You wanna know why? Cause ain't no way in hell.
Ain't no way.
This scared little bellboy
Yeah, Fiorina
that can't
gender
even
band.
keep control of his luggage cart and accidentally does some damage with it is going to power creep the goddess of the moon.
True.
Okay?
I mean, it's so
Don't get it
funny.
twisted.
It's so funny. It's so funny if Misha ended up power creep Jingliu, like the goddess of the moon being power crept by just a bellboy. The Fiorina gender band. It's like, it's so funny. Let's make it happen, Hoyoverse.
Moon is
no.
here to stay. Ain't
It's
no
too funny,
way.
guys.
Don't
It's too
don't
funny.
even mention those words. Like, you're trolling if you seriously ask that question.
True.
All right.
True.
Just had to say that.
It's a troll, yeah.
Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, and
Yeah.
I'd really appreciate it if you could press the like button, share the video with others, and subscribe to my channel.
Okay, so don't forget, guys. Yeah, it's really enjoyable. Like to me, don't forget to subscribe to the original video creator for Honkai Star Rail has gone too far, and also for our boy Kushball. I really like reacting to his video because his reaction is like, it's awesome. So yeah, thank you for being with me. My opinion on 2.0, it's like if you're building DOT, you need Kafka and also just pull Black Swan. If you don't play DOT, then go for Sparkle. If you're going to pull for Sparkle and you have a lot of Jades, then go also for Lune. Yeah, so Sparkle is gonna be big. I'm so excited to receive Sparkle. I'm excited right now because in just a few hours we're gonna receive 2.0 update. I already downloaded the resources. I encourage you guys also to download it. Remember, with Wi-Fi. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Again, go subscribe to these awesome creators, and let me know in the comments, who are you pulling for, guys? Who are you pulling for? Black Swan, Sparkle, and what are your opinions regarding the banners? Who are you going to pull? You know, what are you going to get? You know, Black Swan, her Light Cone, Danny Boy Light Cone, Sparkle Light Cone. You know, all of that jazz. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. So with all that said, see you in next video.